Hello and a huge welcome to this video. This is the part 1 of how to make a top-down game in Unity using playmaker. In this video you will be learning how to make the movement system of our top-down character like this one. As you can see, this is the demo scene and my character is dead. So you will be able to learn how to make all of this stuff, which I'm going to show you now. Let me just quickly go over all of these things. So you can walk around, the doors will open by itself like a physics door. You can also take out the gun, kill this guy and put the gun back. You can also shoot around, and there you can see I have set the bullets of the pistol to be 3, so when they become 0 you cannot shoot anymore. So you have to say R for reload. So press R and he will reload and does that animation, and then you can see the bullets are full. And as you can see, when you come near the character, the enemy, there is a flicker in there. I don't know why, something is wrong, but you can see it's written press E to disguise. So if you press E, you can see that the character changes the clothes and changes the clothes to the swath which he has died, which he killed right there, and that has become the black. So you can still walk around with the disguise, and you can open up the doors like that. And then when you go to the kitchen, there you go. There you can see there's an AK-47 over here, lying here with no reason lying in the kitchen. I don't know why I did that, but yeah. So there you can see it says press E to equip, and when we press E, the AK-47 over there is vanished, and when we press A2, the AK-47 is equipped like that. So there you can see the AK-47 has 20 bullets, so we can shoot around and like that, and we can press R, he does that different animation, and there we go. So this is what we're gonna make, and I'm still making this game. It's still in development, and if you want to say that what I should add next, you can also do that by going and saying in the comment that I should add some stealth gameplay in there, or whatever you want to do. So let's just go to the tutorial and move on to the tutorial. So this is the simple scene which I have set up for the tutorial. So nothing fancy, some lights in here, extra lights, so they are over there. Let me just quickly delete them. These much lights, if I disable them, let me see, delete that, delete that, delete that, and delete that. So this one. So I have these 2 extra lights over here, nothing to worry about. I can also disable them, but I won't, because nothing fancy, just little light in here. So, and a directional light with this orange kind of a color, so that gives a good feel. And then when we come to our camera, let me just take out the camera and delete the dust over here. So take the camera, I have set it to solid color. You can also set it to skybox, but I want to set it to solid color, and I have set this solid color like a greenish thing. And then there are these scripts, you don't actually need them because I have actually deleted them. So I'm going to remove, and I have a post processing going on here. If you disable that, you can see a little difference over there, and I'm going to add a tutorial on how to make this stuff. But in this video we will only learn how to make a simple top-down game and a movement of the person. And lines coming in here, I don't know why. I don't know why these lines are here. Something is wrong. Just leave it for now. So this is the scene which I'm gonna take, and you can see the camera is set up like this, so it's like in this direction. You can set it by yourself, nothing so fancy. And the assets you have seen in my previous video on the demo scene, you saw ignore it. You saw that I have used some kind of a player and some assets, and they were low poly assets. So I have been using these 2 packs, low poly Polygon City and Polygon Haze pack, so you can find them in here. Polygon City looks something like this, however it is of $19, and that is quite a thing. You don't need to have it, so you can just simply download it from, just go ahead, go to unitylover.com. All right, like this, and you have to say polygon. You can see it's dark. OP polygon. You have to just say polygon, say search, and then you will see my net is not working right now, excuse me. Polygon, there we go. So you can see there's a lot of polygon adventure pack, city pack, haste pack, kings knights kings knights pack, and pirate pack. So you have to just download these city pack and haste pack. All right, so you have to just go ahead and do that, and then you will have to just import them, and I'm using these. So go to polygon haste pack and say prefabs characters, and there you can see these kind of really awesome polygon low poly guys. So I'm gonna use this one right now, so just drag him here, and you can see his head is actually empty, so he has no brain, so we have to feed him some brain. So you can see he has no hair or whatever you want to say, so you have to just come back and say masks, I guess, and there you can see this wig over here, so you just have to go ahead and drag this wig over here, bring it a little up. And the good thing about it is that it is pretty much already rigged, so you don't have to rig it, because as you can see there are bones in it. And go to spine 2, spine 3, head, neck, and you have to just drag and drop the hair inside the head, and there we go. Now if we move the head, the hair will also move around, move like that. So alright, so there we go. And you can see the good thing about it is that you can actually change between the players. Like if you can see that we can change between these players like this. So they are skins, these all are skins actually. So you can just you can use any player, like you can use this one, like anyone you want. All right, so that's a really good thing. And this is the this is what I did in the disguise system. So I just enabled and re-enabled and disabled something, and that actually worked. So I'm going to enable my previous one. So this looks good to me. I'm going to use this guy. He looks awesome, really awesome. So he already rigged. So what we want is we want to make some kind of animations. So I'm gonna say create folder and separate folders for the, or I have actually made it, so I'm not gonna make it again. There we go, animation. So lots of animations in here. If you want to find some animations, go ahead and go to mixmo.com and you will find them over there, because really awesome animations are provided there. I don't know why these lines are in here. They look bad to me. Bad, very bad. I don't know what is with them. If anyone knows why these lines are over here, please let me know. I'm having a bad time over here, so please let me know. So you have to just go to mixmo.com, and if you don't know how to use that, go ahead, click the link in the description box below and see how to use it. I have a tutorial on that. Okay, so let's just get started. So you need 3 animations for this video. It is idle, walk, and run. So I have this idle. It looks something like this. So he just stands like that and does that idle. And make sure every animation you are using is set to humanoid, and just say apply, and then go ahead and click these first 3 checkboxes. So loop time, bake into pose, and bake into pose. All right, so same thing goes for the walk. It is also set to rig, and we have to check mark these 3, and the walk looks something like this. Awesome walk. And then there's this run. He runs like that, and it's also checked like that, and it's also set to humanoid. There we go, he's running like this, and really awesome. Great. Now what we're gonna do is we want to say right click, create, and an animator controller. So there we go, animator controller, and you have to say character anim, which means character animator controller. So you have to just go ahead and double click that, and it will open up in the animator window. Alright, and you have to just go ahead and drag 3 of the animation that you're using. So idle, walk, and run. Is this walk? No. Switch them. So this is the walk. So sorry, there we go, walk, run, idle. So we have just changed the names from idle like this. This will be the walk and this will be the run. And now we are going to do the exact same thing which we did in our third person system. So we are going to do the transitions between these, and it will be the exact same thing which we did in the previous videos, but I'm still gonna explain that because there will be some kind of new fellows who would not have watched my previous videos, and I'm gonna explain that to them. So first thing, you have to make a parameter and say float, and you have to say input mag. So input mag for input magnitude, and you have to make transition from idle to walk, walk to idle, and you have to say remove the has exit time on both of them, and you have to say if input magnitude is greater than 0.1, then go to walk, and if input magnitude is less than 0.1, go to idle again. So, and this is it for a transition between walk and idle. So you will see now that when we play the game, he will do the transition. He is not doing anything. He is not doing anything. Drag him here. Because this is because we have not set the animator controller. So go to your character right here, open this animator controller, and drag and drop your character anim inside over here, and make sure that it is apply root motion so that he moves around. And when we go to when we go ahead and say play, he will do the idle animation. There we go, he's doing that animation. Quickly go in here, you can see he's doing the idle animation. And then we set this input magnitude is greater than 0.1, which is 1, so he will start to walk, and when we set it back to 0, he will stop over there. So we are going to control this input magnitude through our coding, so that when we press anything, the input magnitude becomes 1 or greater than 0.1, and when we release any button, it will become 0. So that's what we're going to do. So we have to go to our character male shirt 01 and go ahead and say FSM. Now if you are new in my videos, you won't know what FSM is. FSM is actually playmaker script. So you have to do the coding inside this FSM right here. Alright, instead of writing long codes in C# or Java, you have to just go ahead and write in here, and it's really simple. So if you don't have playmaker, because playmaker, let me just quickly show you. Let's say playmaker. Let's see how it costs. So it is $65, and it's not that much cheap, you know. It's kind of a really expensive kind of thing. So but still you can find it in my go ahead, click the link in the description box below, and you will find out how to download playmaker for free, and you can just use it simply as it is. So you have to just go ahead and import and install it, and you will see this FSM right here, and I will call this FSM be the controller. So it controls the animations, and it controls the player and everything. So this is the state 1. I will call it idle. There we go, idle plus walk, I guess. So idle plus walk, and we want to say first of all we want to get the axis. So we'll say get axis vector, which means we are going to get the horizontal and vertical, which means WASD. So if you go to edit, project settings input, you will see there are these two first two buttons right here, horizontal and vertical. And horizontal is actually set to left and right AD, which means AD, and vertical is WS, which means WASD. So you can, it's already set to horizontal vertical, which means WASD, so you can move around with WASD. So that makes sense, right? So you have to store the vector into a variable. It's called new variable. You have to make a new variable and say input vec, so it means input vector. And we are going to store the magnitude also in a new variable, input mag, so input magnitude and input vector. And we are going to say set animator float, set animator float. And the animator float we were going to set is the same one like this one. So this is the animator float which we are going to set over here. So we're going to say parameter, which should be exact same one. So let's just copy this name and paste it over here. So this is the input magnitude, the float which we have set in our animator, and we are going to set the value of this input magnitude be equal to the input magnitude. So input magnitude is this one and input mag is this one. All right, so this is a little confusing, but I know you will see what's happening. So whenever you press anything like WASD, this input magnitude will have some kind of a value, and then that value will be set equal to this value. Now input magnitude of the animator will be set equal to that value, which will be stored in this input magnitude. So I guess you're getting something. So now if we play, you will see it will actually work. Believe me, it will work. So believe me, it will work. If we press W, he will start walking, and if we release, he will stop. However, if we press any button from WASD, he won't rotate, so he will just move on straight forward. So we don't want that. So we want to say smooth look at direction, and the direction which we want to do is the same one which we are pressing in the button. So if we are pressing WASD, that direction will be stored in this input vector variable, and that variable will drive the direction of our player. So if we play now, you will see that he can move around and also rotate like that. So pretty awesome. And stop also, move, stop, move, stop. However, our camera is actually stuck in a place, so we also want to do that. And before I do anything, I want to go ahead and you know, make a running animation, because it's too slow and I want a running animation right away. So you have to just go ahead and add a new state and say run. Before we do anything in the playmaker, we want to do something in our animator controller. So we are going to transition between walk and run, and from run to walk, and we are going to make a bool this time. So boolean is actually a variable with answer of true and false. Let's just call it this boolean to be run, and it is, you can see it can be either false or true, or it can be false. So true, false, true, false, true, false. So let's just set it to false for now, and we are going to add a condition, make sure both of them are disabled. So when the run is true, then go to run, and when the run is false, then go back to walk. So pretty simple, isn't it? Walk and run. So if run is true, go there. If run is false, come back. Pretty simple. There we go, as you can see. And now we have to as you can see, if I play now and if I set this to true, there you can see he starts running. And if I set this to false, there you go, he starts to walk, as you can see right there. So this is the simple thing which we are going to do now. We are going to set this to true and false accordingly when we hold the shift button, which is actually the legendary button for the run. So let's just go ahead and say get button typing get button down, and the button which we are going to do is we are going to set up our own button. So I'm going to say project settings input, and as you can see here are the buttons which we have, and these are the last ones I have already set up for myself and by myself. So you can add up by just increasing this number with 1. So it's 24 for me. It will I guess be 18 for you guys, but for me it's 24. So let's just go ahead and set it to 25 and press enter. You will see that there a new button pops out, and you can just change everything in here. So we will call this run. The button name will be run, and the button which we are going to set is left shift. So I guess it's left shift. Okay, no. Let me just quickly see. Control C, Control V. So you have to say left space shift. All right, and paste it in here and say enter, and there we go. The run is left shift, and we are going to say the same number run, the same name, which is this one, to this, and it is already set to left shift. And we're going to send event a new event, and we are going to say run. So run to run, and click that to make the transition from here to here. You can also go ahead and right click add transition and set it to run, and then connect the nodes over here. So you have to just go ahead and copy all of these, Control C, and paste it over here, and then you have to say get button up, the same button which is run, and when we release the button go back to idle, and there we go. So run and idle. But in here what we want to do is we want to set the animator bool to true. So say set animator bool, and just cut that and paste it on top. And the animator bool which I want to set is the run. So select that, run, and say set value, which means it is true. And when we can also copy this guy, paste it over here, and we want to set it to false in the idle. So that's that, guys. We have actually done everything. So if we play now, you can see he can walk around, and he can also run around, and there we go. He is walking, running, idling, walking, running. Bam. However, the camera is not following us, so we want to do that. The next step is going to set the camera. However, our player is actually working. What we're gonna do is we want to go to camera player, and we're going to say an empty object in here, and the empty object is this one, and place it where his chest is, like this. And we want to set the name of the game object to be cam follow. So camera will follow this guy right here, and we are going to go ahead and duplicate this guy, camera follow, and drag it out, and we are going to say set this name to be base, cam base, and drag the camera base inside here. So as you can see, the camera base and the camera follow are both on the same point. All right, as you can see. And if we move the camera base over here, you can see it moves like that. So the camera also moves because the camera is inside the base. And we have to go to camera base and say FSM sorry, say edit, and you have to say move towards, and we want our camera base to move towards the camera follow, so it means follow the camera, and set the finish distance to 0, not 90, and max speed to anything you want. And yeah, that's that. Now the camera will follow. Let me just quickly show you guys. There you go. The camera is actually following us and not rotating, so that's awesome. There we go. Bam, great. But we want the camera to rotate around the like you saw in the game demo. So I'm gonna say look at no, mouse look. you have to say mouse look, and we only want to look around the x-axis, so we don't want to look around up and down, because I'm just gonna show you guys. Let's set it to 3 3. So if we enable it to look around x and y, you can see it will do this kind of bad stuff, so I don't want that to happen. Alright, so we are going to just set it to x, and yeah, that's that. If you play now, you will see that we can look around and our player can move around, but if we look around, the player should follow the direction of the camera. However, it is irrelevant to the camera, irrespective of the camera, so I want to set that also. So come back to your player, say edit, and in the get access vector you have to open it up and drag and drop your camera inside over here. I guess it is camera, I guess so. Open this up, come on, open up, full, and drag and drop your camera inside over here, and let me just quickly see if it is working or not. Yeah, so there we go, it is actually working now, guys. It's really awesome, and it looks like same as I made in the demo. And as you can see, if I move around like here, he won't fall. So that's the next thing which we are going to set, and it's pretty simple. You have to just go ahead and go to your character, and you have to go ahead and say add component, and you have to say character controller, and just set it up like that. Reduce the height a bit like that, decrease the radius. There we go. Say Control S to save the scene, and say play, and now you will see he will just fall down like that. So that's great, and we can also add some obstacles in this scene so that we can see our player is actually colliding with anything or not. And you can see it is actually colliding with the cubes right here. So that's it for the today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did, then subscribe to my channel, which is how to do. If you want to see the next tutorials, I will launch them pretty soon, so if you want them, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and watch the next tutorials on this stuff. And if you want to learn how to make GTA in Unity, go ahead and click the link in the description box below. If you want to learn how to make parkour system in Unity using playmaker, go ahead and click the link in the description box below. And if you want to donate me some money, you can do that using the link in the description box below. It is the PayPal link, so you can donate me some money through PayPal. That will be really awesome. Other than that, I will see you in my next video, but before going, I want to ask you guys that why are these lines appearing in my scene? If any one of you know, please let me know in the comments below. I really badly want to fix these. I don't know why they're appearing. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Till then, be cool. You can see the post-processing is not affecting anything over here, so it's something else that is affecting us. Not sure why, guys, not sure why, so please let me know why this is happening. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Till then, be cool.